Hey, Cully. I decided to go to the bone hole. I don't have long, but I'm here. I made some pack bait. Don't know if we'll catch any carp or not, but we're going to try it. I'm going to try to catch me a bluegill, maybe catch a catfish. So my first thing is to catch the bluegill. I'm using a piece of corn because that's what I have, piece of corn. I don't know if I made the pack bait right or wrong, but I made it. So that's how it is. We got 3 people in, 2 thumbs up. If y'all don't mind, hit that thumbs up. We're just getting started. So don't shut us down. Give us a chance. But first, I got to catch bait. Which I'll be just right here. I don't think it'll take long. I'm going to have to walk out here in the water a little bit, get a little deeper. I don't know if I'm going to fix that, but I've seen it though. Huh. I really thought I'd catch a bluegill on a piece of corn. I don't see why not. Ah, we got bait, guys. We got us a long-eared sunfish. We got bait. This is all we need. Now we're going to try to catch this, a channel cat, which I'm sure is in here. So, hey, welcome in there. Roostic! Kaya, how you doing? Kaya? Sorry, buddy. Callan, how you doing? What you doing in here, buddy? Ain't seen you in a while. Hope you had a good time down at the lake. I got 0 fish. Just kidding. Well, I have a bait fish. Little long-eared sunfish. Gonna be bait. So I got to get him taken care of. And then we're going to throw out and see if we can catch a channel cat. I got pack bait on this rod. And I'm going to put cut bait, fresh cut bait on this next rod. There they have a bluegill. You know, I think we're going to try for a smaller bluegill. Go back in the water, fishy. We'll try it for another. Matter of fact, I just got some cut bait. I got some skipjack. We'll just use that. Is this Josie's new spot? No, I'm actually on a river. So I thought I'd try something different. I'm just gonna cut up some frozen skipjack I have. I was gonna use live bait, but you know, I don't need to. I have something else, so I'm going to. And the mosquitoes are bad down here. So the place I'm at closes at sunset. So I figure it's gonna roughly give us about an hour to see what we can catch. No, yeah, she kicked me out of my old spots. So now I gotta fish somewhere else. Wild Hook, welcome in. Sir George, how you doing? I just got a little bluegill. That's all I was trying for bait, but I'm gonna move off. I'm just gonna use some cut baits that I got here already. Little piece of skipjack. And for those of you guys that don't know what a skipjack herring is, this is a small one. Very small for a skipjack. But it's frozen, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it up. We're going to throw it on a 3/0 circle hook. I know it's not very big, but it's not going to be a big piece of bait. So we're going to see what happens. I've never caught a catfish out of here, nor a carp, but I've seen carp in here, and I've seen one person catch catfish. So I know they're both in here. It's just, can I catch one? I don't have my big rods with me. I'm not after big fish. I'm after just whatever bites. So let me get this cut up really quick. All right. Got that all taken care of. Let's get it on the hook and get it out. Okay, we got 1.5 ounce no roll sinker, a little bitty 3/0 hook. Now I don't have a method feeder. For my pack bait, but I do have a no roll sinker, so I put the pack bait on the method feeder itself. Then I took my leader and put it in the top with a piece of corn. It should pretty much do the same thing. I'll tell you guys, I've never fished here before. I've never been in that area. I have no idea how deep it is. Now that bluff right there that you guys can see in the background, I know kids jump off of that into the water. And that's high. I mean, you might not think it's high, but it's probably 75 feet high. Which is really dumb in my opinion. But they do it. You're not supposed to. It's not on me. So I know it's deep over there, but there's not really a way to get there unless you wade around, and I don't know how deep it is to wade around. So I'll be curious to see what we catch, if we catch anything. But we might. I did have a couple little method feeders at home, that the homemade jobbies, and I put them in my truck instead of in my bag, which was the first mistake. I put them in my truck. So did the best I could. That's what I got. Hey, Billy, I'm going to try. We only probably have about an hour because I got to be out of here at sunset. That pack bait might not stay on there. And I probably really don't have this moist enough, but I did moisten it up a little bit with the water. And the rest of it could probably tell me that it's wrong, because it probably is. But this is kind of hard to show you. This is what it came out to be. Anyway, it's too dry, I'm sure. If I do have some corn, I can add to it if I need to. I made a little bit. I got some more in a bucket at home. I didn't add anything to. I just mixed it all up. So that way it'll stay in the bucket and it'll be good for next time I need it. I am planning on going to Illinois in a week and a half. Well, in a week now. And I want to take some carp bait, and I want to try the carp bait in the harbor, where I'm going to fish at. But it'll be all right. That's what I did. I got a little bit more wet. But I used panko breadcrumbs, some oatmeal, and some cherry jelly or some crap. I don't know. I've seen recipes made like that. People catch fish on it, and I'm like, why not try it? It was all stuff I had at home. So it's not like I had to go out and spend money on it. So if it don't work, no big deal. That stuff's been sitting in my cabinet for probably at least a year. There are fish in Illinois. Just like there are fish in Kentucky. They're just different kinds of fish. And when I did stick that to the method feeder, it did like go all the way out and sink. I just don't know how long you'll stay on there. Or I should say on my weight. And I put 2 little pieces of corn on it. So now it's the waiting game. We're either going to get a turtle, we're not going to get any fish at all. We might get lucky and find a carp. I don't know. Honey and stuff. Great to see you in. I mean, it looks like it'd be a really good spot to fish. I mean, it really does. I mean, you'd think you'd catch something here, huh? I wish this was open up after dark, because I'd love to sit down here with my catfishing stuff and really work it pretty hard. But unfortunately, this place has a bad reputation. So they lock it down. And that's just because there's a bunch of idiots. This was just a little river access. They renamed it. The name everybody knows it as is the Bone Hole. And it might not actually be for the reason why y'all would think. Well, then again, it could be. But this is now Owl Creek Park. And this is all a mining area. So the story that I was told of why they call it the Bone Hole is because when the mules and stuff would die back when they had the mining operation going, they would bring the mules up here and put them in the river to die. and that's why they call it the bone hole. But they went through and paved a bunch of trails. They made it a little bit more accessible for people. But really, they did a few nice little things that looked good for the first couple months, and they haven't come out here. They don't cut the grass. They don't do anything to make it nice. Maybe there's plans in the future. I don't know. But for now, it's the same place as it was with a little bit of asphalt added to it. Oh, and they put a parking lot in. That's where everybody hangs out now instead of hanging out at the river. I'm going to try to catch me another bluegill. Keep the channel alive, Rustic. Give it one more try. We don't catch a bluegill. We're just going to give up on it. All right, you gave it a little shot. Didn't do any good. Good try. So another reason why I decided to try this spot is like the only access area that actually flows down that you can get to. And as far as I know, there's no other type of driveways or spillway type areas that block the fish from coming through. I'll turn the camera around here in a second. I'll show you guys. So the farther upstream you go, there are areas that are like this. You see that bridge walkway? Well, it's just got a couple little tubes that go through it, and the tubes are all clogged up. So there's not really any way for the fish to get in and out of there unless it floods. But as far as I know, there's like nothing downriver that stops the fish from coming up. Hey, Danny, welcome in. I'm sorry if I missed anybody else coming in. I will tell you, as much as I know about this spot is absolutely nothing. I know there's carp in this river. I've seen them in this river. I've seen one person catch a catfish, so I know there's at least one catfish in this river. This river has good smallmouth fish in it. Nothing. You get a nice one sometimes, but a lot of smaller smallmouth. Bluegill. I've seen gar in here, so I know there's gar. But as far as really being popular for anything or knowing anything about this area, I really don't. But if you don't know, you're not going to find out unless you give it a try, right? And I may go to another spot after I get done here. It depends on how I feel. I did work all day. Not that I worked hard. I just worked. But guys, I don't know this. You're doing this with me because I've never done it before here. I really feel if I could get closer to that bluff, I think I'd probably stand a lot better chance of catching a fish because I know it's a deep hole by that bluff. And kind of one cool thing about this river. Now this is over a mine shaft, which is cool in a way, and it's kind of not. If we ever had an earthquake, it'd probably all fall in the mine. But if you float down this on a kayak or a canoe or something, you'll see these metal pipes sticking out with water gushing out of it. Well, those metal pipes are put there for air and to release gases and stuff out of the mining system. Well, now the mines are all full of water, so it pushes the water up through the pipes. And they mine for lead here. I need to change this to all chat or whatever it is nowadays. So, and there's a fish advisory on eating fish in here, but I mostly catch and release, and to be honest with you, just don't really eat fish once in a while. And I think you'd probably have to eat a lot of fish to get, it's only certain fish too, that they got an advisory on. I just think you'd have to eat so many stinking fish that to make a difference that you never know. You have to eat like fish constantly. All right, well, I'm going to reel this pack bait one in. I'm sure if I do have pack bait on it, it'll be gone because I'm reeling it in. But I kind of want to see if it's holding. It might help chum the area a little bit. I have pack bait. I need to use it. So why not do it, right? Right. You guys rock. Still got my piece of corn. That means nothing ate it. Bag of pack bait I made. So I'm just kind of going to grab a ball of it. It's not going to be good after a day or two anyway. I'm going to get a little bit wet because it's dry. Kind of want to make it to where it's pliable. And oddly enough, I make these weights and I only had a 2-ounce weight, which is bigger than what I want. I only wanted to use a 1 ounce, but it's what it is. So I'm just taking my pack bait And I'm packing it on that method lead, or that no roll sinker, called a method lead, whatever you want to call it. So it's kind of going to look like this. So the thing is, from what I get, because I am fairly new to this myself, that the bait should land like that in the water. You just take your little piece of corn and push it in the middle, and as it releases the bait, the corn will float, then the carp will eat it, and then you catch a carp. It's supposed to be that easy. If you watch Rustic Outdoors Live today, the man was absolutely on fire. He was catching carp left and right, and they weren't little. They were all big carp. If you haven't had the chance to watch his live, go back and rewatch it, or watch it for the first time. It was a great time. I know he had over 20 carp. And you can catch channel cat with this too. Is anybody there? Is my chat just not working? Because I don't see nobody chatting at all. Makes it hard to do a live stream when nobody's talking. Oh, there we are. Rusty, I mean, you had a fabulous live. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better live. Uh-oh. Left rod. That's the skipjack on that one. We are on a river, and it's fairly shallow, so I wouldn't rule out a turtle, but it was a bite. You know, and if you guys are new to the channel, go check out some of these other creators. They've got some great content. They do some great lives and catch some fun fish. I don't even know how well you guys can see those rods. I can't see them worth the crap. I wonder if I move them a little closer, if you guys can't see them better. Oh, I know where they're at, and I can't see them. There they are. I mean, I'm literally 5 feet. 5 feet from them. I love white rods at night, but they're terrible in the daytime. Oh, I had fun watching you. I finally tuned out right before you left, just because I wanted to go over and support Josie a little bit. She had a live going, and I was like, oh, well, I better get in there for a little bit. And I had just got off work, but I was there for, God, I don't know, all the way up to 1:30. So the next spot I go to, depending on how many people are there, I may or may not go live. I may not even go there. I don't know yet. But that place has channel cat. I've caught some at 8.5 pounds is my biggest channel cat out of the next spot I might go to. So these rods can handle it, but it's going to be a fight. And I am in the market to buy some bait caster reels, because I want to get some newer rods. So I'm going to kind of go with bait casters instead of the spinning rod and reels. If anybody's got any favorites, anything like that, let me know. I don't want to spend $150 on a reel. There was a nice fish jumped over there. Sounded like a bass. It was probably a bass. But yeah, it was a great time. It was a great time. But if you know of any good, affordable reels that won't break the bank, that are bait casters, let me know. If you've got any good channel cat type rods that you like, let me know. I'll tell you that I'm looking at the Rippin' Lips rods. I kind of almost really want to get a 2-piece rod and reel combo, or a rod to go with my combo, for the simple reason I have a short bed on my truck. I don't have room to put a 7.5 foot rod. And I really hate going to places like Walmart or stopping to get gas or do something like that and come back out and my $100 rods are gone, or 150 or whatever I got invested in them. At least if I can break them down, I can put them in my truck and lock them up. I was hoping for more than one bite. Temu for the, I don't know. I just don't know about Temu stuff. I've heard some stuff's good, and I've heard some stuff's just total crap. I do have an Ambassador 5000 at home. That's only good for what, 10 or 12 pound line. Still, if I'm just fishing for channel cat, what's it matter? So I figure I can use that on one of the rods. So my goal is to try to save up like $600 or $700 to go to CatCon and see if I can't find any kind of deals on rods and reels. Because they are there to be had. You just have to ask. Because a lot of those vendors, they have last year's model or what have you, and they want to get them gone, and they're sitting in the back. And you say, hey, look, you got any old, any old model stuff that you guys want to get rid of? They're like, yeah, come on back and you buy a nice rod for $50. It's a $70 or $80 rod. Those people are there to make money. And some companies like Mad Cats, they're going to take 10,000 rods and sell probably 80% of them, if not more. Then you got smaller mom and pops companies that will still have a really quality rod and reel, or rod, that you'll be able to buy for half the price. So is it worth the 7 hour or the 5 hour drive over there? Yeah, just because it's fun. And that's provided I can get somebody to cover my shift at work, because once again, it is on the weekend that I have to work. You know, it's funny. I always cover everybody's shift when it comes time for me to need a day off or a weekend off. It's impossible to have done. Nope, you can't have that off. You can cover everybody else's shift, though, because you're that cool. Tammy Perry, welcome in. Skip Jack Cindy, good to see you. Hunting and Stuff with J and J, good to see you. So if this place don't work out this time, it might next time. But I do want to fish it a few times. The kids are back in school, so they're not tearing up the water. Because you come down here while school's out, you might as well forget trying to fish. Also, over the wintertime, I'm going to try to get stuff together. I really want to get a kayak so I can go to places like this. But I really couldn't see the sense in buying a kayak. So there's the cost of that. Then buying the paddle, that's the cost of that. Then buying the life vest. You know, I'm not worried about electronics on it. Then you got to get the cart to haul it back and forth if you don't want to carry it. So I'm like, well, why don't I buy my accessories that I know I need first, and then I can buy the kayak because I already know the kayak I want to get. Tammy, I am at the bone hole below the bridge. So instead of spending like $1,000 at once and buying everything I need, I can buy a little bit here and there and hit clearance, because you know all that crap's going to go on clearance, and get a better price on it. That stuff always goes on clearance like right after Christmas. Because I am the king of clearance, and I will find a deal somewhere and get the stuff I need. It's just the way it works. I have so much fishing stuff at home that I'll never, ever, ever use it all. But I got it on clearance, so it was a good deal. Gee, I tell you what, I've been looking hard. And it's like everybody in my area that has the same kayak that I want to buy, because I'm going to get it from Bass Pro Shop, 0% interest for a year. That will be on sale for $600, or has been all this year. Everybody wants $600 for them. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to spend $600 on a kayak, I'm going to buy it on a new one, not a used one. Because I want to get I want to get a sit on top that's got the seat. Because my fat butt ain't going to climb inside of a kayak. It's just not going to happen. But I want to get one of the Ascend 12Ts or T12s, whichever it is. It's about 87 pounds, which isn't really too crazy. But the difference between the T10 and the T12 is the T12 has storage and it's a little bit longer. And weight capacity is like 350 pounds. So me and my sleek 270 would have room to put gear in it or whatever else and still be well within the range. I feel really weird wearing these boots because I'm not used to wearing boots. But they are fun to go play in the water and your feet don't get wet. Corey, I'm fishing, I believe this is the Big River in Missouri. I don't know if there's big fish in the Big River, but we're trying it. I know we got gar, smallmouth, largemouth, all kinds of different perch, turtles. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reel that skipjack piece in. I'm going to walk it out a little bit and throw it a little farther, see if we can't get out. It's a nice looking spot. I mean, this just screams fish. I don't know why we ain't got no fish. Hey, thanks for the $1.99, Corey. I appreciate it. Hey, if you want to email me your address, my email is in the description. I'll shoot you over a sticker if you give me your address. It's entirely up to you. You don't have to, but I don't mind, and I appreciate the $1.99. I just got new stickers in. They kind of look the same, but they're kind of different. There's something on here, folks. It's gone now. I think it's probably a turtle. I got no skipjack left. I'll just say it's a turtle. I could feel this dead weight. It wasn't pulling back. The line's a little bit rough. My leader is probably a turtle. That's all right. We got more bait. We're still going to move it out a little bit, throw it out a little farther. And if you guys are looking for a decent knife, this is a Rapala knife, Rapala, however you want to say it. It's plenty sharp, and it cuts really well. Anthony J all day, give this to me, which I thought was very nice of him. It's brand spanking new. Of course, I get it nice and full of fish juice. Then I throw it in my tackle bag and wonder why my tackle bag stinks. No idea. We took that little bit of a fin off of there. That fin will stop a hookup. Just like these scales, it was on the end of my hook. All right, got a nice little piece of bait on there. Let's walk it out a little bit of throw. So I got an extra 20 foot on that cast now. Hey, Rustic, thank you very much for the 100%, brother. Definitely appreciate it. We're up to the 15 rubies. I can't see the rest of it. 9 people in, 20 thumbs up, and $1.99 in the super chat. I got to run. I'm going to go for about an hour. So before the game. Okay. Sounds cool. Thanks for stopping in there, G. Appreciate it. Hopefully we'll get one fish. Take one. I'm not going to be upset if I only get one. This is all about the adventure of a new spot. That's why we're the Fun Fishing Adventures channel. If you haven't, please subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. Now that could have been a gar out there sitting on that too. I really want to fish that bluff. I mean, I know there's a way to get over there, or else that rope swing wouldn't be there, because you know they got to get out to that tree and climb up that tree to get on that rope swing. And somewhere in through here, it might be farther up, there's actually a cave you can go into. Or at least you used to be able to go into it. They may have closed it off. I don't know. And there's just a little bit of current coming through here from this waterway. Kind of wish Stacy was in here because I'd like to show him what I was talking about. He's like, man, you got to go try that spot. Maybe I'll take a picture with my phone and send it to him. That's probably a good idea, huh? See, I have two of those. I only use this phone for YouTube. There's nothing else on it. Where are you at, Stacy? You're right there. That's not what I wanted. I'll send it anyway. Need to be on video, dummy. There. Now he got to see it even though he's not here, supporting his friend, his co-host on the Sunday Night Bite Show. He's going to use some sort of excuse like he's working. Oh. He sent me a message back. It says, cool spot. Cool spot. So anyway, figure probably got about 20 minutes or so before I got to get packed up and get back over there. So hopefully we got some coming in. Rustic, send another 100. You're the man. And a makeup brush. Man, that is my favorite. I'll take the makeup brush over to Happy Poop any day, I think. Dig me a makeup brush. It sure helps sometimes, I tell you. But what do you guys think? You think fishing by that bluff would probably be the best? I'm really thinking so. I want to know how deep this is. I'm going to walk out there one day. Just go for a little stroll before it gets too cold, so I can at least have an idea. This water's pretty far down right now too, because we ain't had no rain. I don't wonder what's up over here. So the best that I can tell, there's these trees right here to the left. I don't know if you guys can see those, but there's trees there. There's trees on the other side, but another 30 foot or so on the other side of those trees, there's another little sandbank. So if I could get around those two trees and get to the other sandbank, See if I can go a little farther. If I get my big rods, my 10, 11, 12 footers, I could probably cast pretty close to that. Better put your floaties on, that's it. Well, I really didn't want to get water in my boots. That was the whole point of this, buying the boots. Come on, you stupid fish. And I was thankful to get down here, and there wasn't but 2 guys down here. Past couple times I've tried to come down here, there's been 10 or 15 cars. I'm like, no way, I'm not even going to try it. Now, when I was up on the upper half where I parked my truck, I seen tons of suckers. Maybe a couple little small bass, but tons of suckers up in there. And I guess I'm going to have to explore over there and see. There might even be a little path I can get right down in front of that bluff over there. Never walked over there to find out. Go away, mosquito. You're bothering me. Hey, Jerry, welcome in. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. So far, we've caught no fish. We've had 1 bite. We are waters unknown. So I know nothing about this. I've never fished down here. So we're just trying to see if there's anything here. We've had 1 little bite. When I went to reel it in, it was really heavy. So it was either a turtle or I was on a stick maybe, and the stick let go, or it was a gar. Might not have been anything, but I know it was heavy. And I know it wasn't really pulling back. We got cut skipjack on the left rod, and we got pack bait on the right rod. And I maybe, possibly tomorrow, take out the boat and we'll do a live crappie fishing. Maybe. Just depends on how lazy I feel at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And if I go to the store before it closes, you get something for lunch or what have you. I can always run by McDonald's in the morning. But once I'm on the water, I'm on the water. I'm gonna grab me a drink. Be right back. I've missed crappie fishing. My boat's, I had an electrical issue in my boat. It's been fixed now. And so I didn't really want to take it out on the water because I had no bilge pump. I had no live well. I had no navigation lights. And not having those things on your boat isn't good when you're on the water. At least I don't think it's good. And put the stuff back in my bag so I don't forget it. All kinds of stuff I don't need, of course, but I have it. So I've seen that rod tip moving. Probably just wishful thinking. Yeah, I think it's just wishful thinking, guys. Something hits these rods, they're going to bend. They're not catfish rods. They're just regular old plain Jane rods. Let's see. There's a medium action spinning rod. One of those deals I found on clearance at the Walmart. I think they were like $7 or $10 a piece. I mean, I can't really go wrong with that. Hey, thanks, Sir Jerry. Yeah, it is a very beautiful spot. I just wish you'd produce a fish or two. I did catch a bluegill on a piece of corn because I was going to use it for cut bait. And I'm like, I got skipjack with me. It needs to get used. Well, I might as well just use it. I think it's kind of silly if I've got bait to try to get different bait. Especially in the spot I don't know. If I knew it would make a difference here, I probably would have used it for cut bait. I don't know if there's shad in here. I know I really doubt there's skipjack. They don't really have any access to a river that would have skipjack in it. I know it's loaded with minnows and suckers. Which is something I was going to bring my cast net in. I forgot to bring it. I have 3 cast nets. Don't ever have one with me. All right, fishy, bend that rod over. I do have my lights with me. So if we do go to another spot and it gets dark, not that big of a deal. If we hook onto a fish, it'll be a fun fight. Had to answer Stacy there. Still got 8 awesome people in here with 25 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. I wish the action was better. Maybe the wrong time of day. Might be the wrong bait. Might not be any fish up here. I think it's probably just the wrong spot. All right, 10 more minutes and we're going to give up on this spot and go to the next. And hopefully it is not busy and loud, because sometimes they like to sit down there and blare the radios and there's 25 people and I don't want to fish around 25 people. And I don't want to copyright because of somebody else playing music. Don't want to copyright. It's because I did it. Here, fishy, fishy kitty. Where's Heather at? So, and next Wednesday, I will be heading to fish with Rod at Rod's Fishing Adventures. I will be there. We'll fish Thursday and Friday, maybe Saturday. We'll do videos on those days. Hey, Corey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. But we'll do videos on Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We'll go to church on Sunday, so I know we won't do anything on Sunday. But Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night, I plan on doing lives each one of those nights. And my target fish, which a lot of people are going to tell you that's a trash fish, and yes, it is. You really can't eat it or anything else like that. But it's bowfin or mud dogs, whatever you want to call them. Most people think they're a nuisance, but it's one of the funnest fighting fish that you'll catch that's in freshwater, in my opinion. Of course, skipjack are a lot of fun because you can catch a skipjack this big and you think you got a tank. So I'll be fishing for bowfin and catfish. I do appreciate it, Corey. Thank you so very much. And my email address, if you want to send me your address, is funfishingadventures with the number 1 at gmail.com. And if it's international, I'll still send it. It might take a while to get it. I sent Jerry down in Jamaica Sure Fishing, some stickers, and it took a month and a half to get to him. But we tried. Hi, Andrew. How you doing? Carp as well. Yeah, I'm doing catfish and carp. Not having luck on either one, but we're trying it. There's a stupid mosquito on my phone, like it's going to do any good on my phone. I am seeing a lot of action on the top, but it's all minnows, I'm sure. Is that a snake or a turtle? We'll go see it. It's a stick. I just didn't notice it. Tell you, it'd be pretty fun probably going down through here with like a small 1.5 or 2 inch swim bait. I bet you could tear up some smallmouth, maybe even some largemouth. Peanut butter and yellow with wheat oatmeal or wheat oat mix. Oatmeal mix. Well, what I've got in mind right now, and this is like only the second time I used somebody else's recipe once. It was only supposed to be for catfish. Carp won't eat it. I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll try it. I ended up catching nothing but carp with it. So this is only my second time making pack bait, and I just use oatmeal, panko breadcrumbs, and some strawberry jelly or jello. That was already in the cabinet. Didn't cost me a dime. There's a gentleman named Doug, and he is a great carp fisherman. He puts cream corn. He puts all kinds of different stuff, and he'll bake it all off. Sometimes he'll have anise in it. Sometimes he'll have something really weird off the wall in it. But the man can catch carp. But he'll bake it off and then grinds it all up and stuff. And he's kind of like me. He'll fish all year. I doubt he's seen any of your carp videos, Rustic. You might have. Rustic put a show on today, guys. So if you haven't had the opportunity or missed a live, go back out and check Rustic's live today. I got somebody walking down this way, so I'm kind of trying to keep an eye on who it is and where they're going. Make sure they ain't fooling with my truck. Not there's really much in there they might want. But. Just use your liver for cats. I'm fishing very often. Yeah, my job don't let me fish as much as I want, but all I do is work. I work an average of 50 to 60 hours a week. So I fish when I can. I take every chance that I can. Luckily enough, all my kids are grown up and they're out on their own. So I don't really have too much that holds me back from whenever I decide to just go, I can go. I know the mosquitoes are getting stupid down here. Well, crap, guys. I don't think we're going to get anything. Drive back. Yeah, okay. Drive a semi. Yeah, my son does the same thing. Actually, two of my kids do. So I understand how that is. Well, one of my kids, he hauls locally to where he's back home every night. And then another one is out for 3 or 4 weeks at a time. Me personally, I hate driving. People are like, why don't you just go be a truck driver? I'm like, I hate to drive. Why do I want to do something that I would not enjoy or get into, you know? All right, guys, I think we're going to reel this up and get out of here and maybe probably head to another spot and give it a try. I want to thank you all for stopping in and watching. I know there wasn't any action, but this is a new spot. We had to try it. Anthony J all day is in the house. But we're getting ready to leave. We're going to a different spot, I think. So I was going to guess it. Yep. All right. Thank you guys once again. I'm going to reel them up. We're going to get out, go to spot number 2. Hopefully the mosquitoes ain't so bad. I got to be out of here by, we'll call it pre-dark. Anthony knows what I'll be talking about. Also known as dusk. But in some fishing channel world, that pre-dusk, pre-dawn is really a thing. Which I guess in the way it is. Nothing on that one. Let's see what's on this one. I'm going to go for nothing. Feels like this is the bait. Oh, we had a little bit of tree limb. That don't count for much, does it? Throw that bait out there for the turtles or whatever wants to get it. I'm going to get packed up. We're going to head to the next spot. We'll at least go for an hour to the next spot. Okay. So, yes, Northern Fishing and Outdoors, you are a member. And thank you for being a member. I appreciate it. Yep. All right. Thank you guys once again. If you haven't, please subscribe, turn on notification bell, all that good jazz. And thank you for the rubies and a couple little super chats. I appreciate those. That was totally awesome. Corey gave us $1.99 2 times. So that's great. Support to a small channel is an awesome thing. And thank you guys for hanging out with me. I was fishing for catfish and carp. I'm shutting my live down now and I'm going to a different spot. But thank you guys for watching. I'm going to get off here so I can get going. See you guys soon. Thanks for watching your Fun Fishing Ventures live stream.